Hi, my name is Gabriele. I'm Italian and I live in Italy. I live in the northwest side of Italy, near the Alps. So you have in the center of the north, we have Milan, and Turin is west of Milan. I live just below Turin, not far from Turin. So it's an area close to the mountains, not far from the sea also, and very close to the border with France. That's why also many people want to pass to my city because it's the first city when they cross horizontally Europe and they come from France and they come into Italy. Yeah. I don't remember clearly the first time that I hosted with warm showers. I don't think I was nervous because I was already hosting before joining warm showers on another platform, so was something I was already used to. But I do remember very clearly the first time that I was a guest and I've been hosted by someone. It was in Switzerland in 2022. It was at the end, it has been a very beautiful experience. I was hosted by a family, a man and a woman, and two children. Very, very, very sweet. But at the beginning, when I arrived at the place, they were not there at their home, and it was a very small village in Switzerland in the mountains. And I do remember that they didn't give me their telephone number, so I didn't have the opportunity to call them or to message them. And I was a bit nervous because it was my first time as a guest. And usually, when I host people at home, I always share my phone number because, in my opinion, it makes the communication easier. This family they didn't give me their phone number, so when I arrive in this village, I have only the address of the guest. Firstly, I have to realize the right address, the right house. And I remember I asked to some neighbors in the neighborhood, and so I asked to some neighbors. It was a very very small village, maybe 500 people, not more than this. It was also June, so maybe most of the people were not at home. And I do remember, but it was a very sunny day. And then I think I waited for almost an hour until the family came at home, but they were very smiling. So immediately, firstly came the mother, the woman, with the daughters, and then later came the man. I don't remember clearly their name. I have to wait for an hour approximately, but I was relaxed. But I, of course, I was also a bit nervous because I didn't want to miss our meeting, let's say. And another story I want to share from the hosting point of view. I do remember it was always 2022 on another trip. I was in Annecy in France, and I've been hosted by a girl. And immediately I realized she was quite nervous. And then we talk and we very slowly the conversation went very well, and she told me that was her first experience on warm shower and especially hosting, and she was a bit nervous about hosting a man while she's a woman. But I was it was a very nice evening, and I remember the morning after, she stayed at home to clean up all the things. She was a very sweet girl too. Yeah, it was a very nice experience. Yes. Yeah, I do host with warm showers because I like the community. I think that my experience so far is that I only meet people that I like. I think it's a good way to, especially during these times when there is always a lot of negativity in the world and the lack of trust in people is a good way to promote trust between people. I really like. I was already prepared to host people at home because before joining Warm Showers, I was used to host people on another platform, but I really like and I really enjoy even more Warm Showers because I think that the personality of the people that I met so far are very similar to mine, and people are very authentic, and most of the people I met are willing to share experience, share stories. I host because I want to go on hosting because I think I will meet other people like that, and this enrich my life. And also, I don't have the opportunity to travel a lot, so hosting people at home is and hearing stories. It's like traveling while being at home for me. That's why I host with warm showers. I think everybody in the platform or outside the platform could be a good host. I know for someone it's difficult to invite to let people in their house because when I speak to my friends and I tell them that I host people that I don't know, they are always their reaction is always a bit confused. But I think to be a good host in general, of course, if you are already on the platform, you probably know what is psychotouring. So you know what a psychotourist would like to have when it comes to your home. So think about if you were in the psychotouring mode, what you would like to have when you are hosted by someone. I think to smile, of course, firstly, to try also to have a good communication in advance with the guest. Are you going to have? It's good prepare both of the people to a good meeting, and then ask what the people would like to have, would like to do, if they want to rest, if they want to share a moment together, to share a meal together, and so on. In general, a good communication is always a good starting point for having a good meeting. But I think everyone could be a good host in general. Also, because as far as I know, all the people in the platform are very similar people with similar personalities. So I think if you still are thinking about host or not, you should have a try because I think you will not regret and you will have very very enrichful experiences. Yeah, I like to keep in touch with the people I host. I often send them a message in the days after they leave my home. I think some of them are on their own mission, and so just a few days we don't text anymore. We have social media right now, and this is good for this reason. So I always usually follow them on social media during their trip. I think it's a good mix to have to meet in person from one side and then to follow social media. So it's a mix of old way of meeting people, of speaking with people, and the new way, let's say, of speaking with people, social media. I don't have long-lasting relationship even because I started Warm Shower just a few years ago. I'm looking forward to touring next summer and to being hosted by some people that I hosted this year and last year. So I think this is a good way to live the warm shower experience, to exchange the hosting. And one funny thing that one of the tourer I hosted this year, Hugo from France, also went after a few days. After a few days, he came to my home He went also to my family home, that it's another city in Italy. So it was a very nice experience. My mom also enjoyed it. The biggest benefits are being a member of the warm shower community are many. Of course, I could say as first benefit to meet very nice people with a like-minded personality, let's say. Also, the magic that always happen when you meet someone you never met before. I think there is a kind of magic in this kind of meeting. Of course, another benefit is to hear stories of traveling, but also life stories, to meet people that belong to other cultures. So I am a curious person, so I always ask how is life in France or in Germany, in the countries where people come from, because I'm curious to know how they live their life in their own culture. I think also a good benefit is to develop a sense of trust in people in general. We live in a times of negativity in general in the world, and it looks like the meeting in person is not something we used to do very often. We prefer more the electronic communication, online communication. So just the fact of meeting in person and to enjoy an evening together is something very unusual. For example, for the new generation, and I used to ask a lot of people in their twenties. So I think it's a good for me. Gives me positivity about the future, about the younger generation. Uh, there is always uh, some people say that the younger generation are uh, less good than the older generation in some ways, but I do meet a lot of young guys, very wise and um, very I think smart. Let's say very very good person in general. So and belong a sense of belonging also to this community is something that warm my heart, let's say, and gives me satisfaction to find. I'm not a person who like to join many communities. And to in this community, I find that it's very suit me, let's say, and so I can say I'm proudly a member of the Warm Shower community. Yeah, I want to share a few tips about traveling in Italy with you based on my knowledge of Italy and based, of course, of the questions I received from my hosts that I hosted at home with warm showers. Italy, for example, first of all, is not always easy to find information about Italy from the outside. If you are looking for information on internet on the Italian organization or public administration websites, they are always not very well translated in English. And so, and also another topic that I always been asked is trains in Italy. If it's possible to bring your bike on the train in Italy, the answer is it depends. Of course, August is a very chaotic month in Italy, so do not expect that everything works very well in August in Italy, especially, for example, on the trains. So while if you come in other months outside of summer, for example, it's quite easy to bring your bikes on the trains. Another tips I want to share that maybe is very easy, but it could be something useful for you. On Sunday in Italy, if you are traveling outside of the main cities, most of the shops and also the grocery stores are closed. So if you have to pick up foods, don't wait for Sunday. Try to have your food on Saturday or Friday, even for Sunday. Also, in summertime, when most of the people would like to be in Italy, there are some areas that are more crowded. So, for example, many people ask me about Liguria on the coast, close to where I live. On summertime is not the best way to travel by bike because there are many cars and the road in Italy are not so big and there are not so many bicycle paths. So Italy is very beautiful country, of course, as you know for sure, but has its own specificity. If you have question, for example, you could send me a message or send a message to under this video. Maybe I will try to reply and to help you.